Well, good morning. That was a bit of a wild night. There were bears marauding through the campground and babies crying and party music and coyotes and all the things. So I had my earplugs in for a while and I went to sleep, but then I got up around 1 for a little bio break and I heard the bears rummaging through different campsites. We left our bear kits on the picnic table right between our two tents. So I lay there for a while and I decided I probably had to move them further away from camp just in case the bears decide to come investigate. Thankfully they didn't. They went to some of the bigger campsites where people had left food and trash and things like that around. But it does disprove the point that bears go where people leave food out. So definitely we have quieter nights in the woods when we pick kind of stealth campsites, dispersed sites where there aren't a lot of people around. And I've never had bear trouble on those nights, thank goodness. But yeah, it was a little bit of a restless night. And so now I am up and we've got a ride coming at 9. Trail Angel's gonna come and take us back to 𝐂𝐻𝐸 Chalet so we can keep hiking. But first, I'm gonna go meet Donna. We're gonna have some breakfast. Well, I just had a lovely breakfast at Ernie's coffee shop, which is just right around the corner from the campground. Definitely walking distance, only about like 2.2 miles. So it's nice to have a campground that is not too remote. So that's worked out well. We got all our errands done yesterday and breakfast this morning, and I think my body desperately needed that. I had French toast with a big pile of blueberries on top and some eggs and sausage, and I think I need that good meal. And thankfully we've got a couple hours to digest before we actually start hiking, because I think we're about 20-30 minutes from the trail and we get picked up in just about an hour. So I'm gonna go back, pack up my tent, get cleaned up, get ready to roll. We are back on the trail. The TRT has a wonderful Trail Angel community, and we got a ride up here this morning from town from Lisa. She was super sweet. So Lisa, thank you very much for getting us back to the trail. It looks pretty desolate. There's a burn area through here. Lisa was telling us that the fire that decimated this area came really close to a lot of homes, and she was worried about losing her own. It takes a long time for the terrain to recover from a wildfire. And she showed us one area where the fire was like 18 years ago, and it's just green, no trees. And she said it's never come back to the way it was. Thankfully, so far this year, we haven't heard of any major wildfires, and hopefully there won't be any. We've got about another week on the trail till we're done. 60 miles or so, and we're spreading it out. So hopefully we'll escape any fires that start, and hopefully there won't be any at all. I believe that's the Echo Summit trailhead, which is not the same as 𝐂𝐻𝐸 Chalet. Yay! We are finally back in the woods for at least a little bit with some shade. Those rocks were hot, really hot, and it's only like 10:30 in the morning. We just passed a huge hiking group. At least I did. I think Donna's somewhere back there behind me. She might be chatting with them. And I think there were at least 20 people out hiking. It's a local hiking group having a good Monday morning hike. Looks like I caught a little plant specimen. Gotta remove that. Anyone know what those things are? I've seen it before on the Colorado Trail on a much larger scale. I don't know if they serve any purpose. They look kind of like brush teepees. And in Colorado, they look big enough that you could go inside them like a shelter. But I don't know if it's just a way to clear the brush and prevent fires or something, or reduce fire spread. I don't know. If you've got an idea, let me know. We are climbing now, mostly in the woods, I think. About 2 miles and 1,300 feet of elevation gain, I believe. It's gonna be a steep one, and it is getting hot today, so I just keep telling myself when I get to Showers Lake, I get to swim. So that is my motivation for getting up this hill. if I'm going up there. About to find out. I think the answer might be yes, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Looks like we are going up, but around the edge, so not climbing up the front of that rock formation, but working our way around and around. I've been so consumed by being in the mountains with all of the rocks, I forgot to turn around and look behind me, and there's Lake Tahoe. I think the top of that rock formation is right over there. Good time for a break. Yummy little things. That's a long way down. Ah, the dreaded stairs. Never wonder how trees grow right out of rocks. It's gotta be a metaphor life. Only the strong survive. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hold on. I don't know. Just had a nice lunch break right down there by the stream and realized I just camped right over there last summer. And if you peek through the trees, there's a view of Lake Tahoe. We got a bit more climbing to go this morning. It's been climb. Actually this afternoon, it's almost 2 o'clock at this point. So I'm gonna keep going up. I think I'm 0.7, 0.8 from the top. And then it's down and bumpy the rest of the way to the lake, but that'll be better than climbing. Well, that behind me is the top. It looks kind of anticlimactic, but it was hard work getting here. So there's one more little blip, and then I think we're going down for a bit, which will be a relief on the knees, which are getting a little tired. And yeah, then just a few more miles to Showers Lake. Okay, I lied. It looked on far out like I was there, but then when I zoomed in real close, I got a little bit more walking to do. So hang on, I'll be right there. Well, does this look any better? Not much difference. Far out was a little bit misinformed, I guess, because I did go down and back up and hit that little blip, which is lower than where I just was. So anyway, I don't suppose it really matters. It's all in a day's hike, so just have to keep on going, foot by foot, step by step, getting to where I need to go. It's a really pretty meadow. We're finally heading downhill the last mile and a half or so of the day, down to Showers Lake. Just came around the bend and saw all that snow still up there. I so wish you guys could smell this trail. All these flowers and plants, they smell amazing. These plants are taller than me. It just cracks me up when the plants are so tall I could just completely disappear in this meadow. There is Showers Lake. I think I'm about to run down to the water there and get some water, and hopefully I can take a dip. Well, today was a long day, hard in the beginning and wonderful at the end. Got to Showers Lake in time to take a quick little swim, which felt amazing. And yeah, had dinner down by the lakeside. Got all set up for camp. And I'm tired, so it's time to turn in. Have a good night.